Hello, everyone. It's great to be back. Yeah, as Marco said, there was this article today in the Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung putting some colors around a deal that we have recently made, where we raised 1.5 billion euro of funding on our marketplace, and I'm going to come to that in a second. What I want to share with you today is, for the most part, the journey that has led us to achieve such a great investment, share with you what is our purpose, what is our mission, and also, I think, a topic that everyone is interested in: how do we use data in our particular business model? Let me find the right button here, the green one. Okay, it's not working. Now it's working. All right. So when we started the company, basically there was a moment where my co-founder and I were walking through Frankfurt, and he was a successful entrepreneur at the time, and he could not get a loan. I mean, he had a great income, regular income, but he was an entrepreneur. He was actually making more than most of his friends, but he couldn't get a loan from a bank, and he applied to several banks. So we started asking ourselves, why is that? And we digged a bit deeper, and we found that the banks actually all look at people in a very similar way. So we thought about how can we use data, how can we use technology actually to improve that process? Is there a better way to look at people? And that is what we set ourselves as a mission. We said we want to look at people differently, and with that, we want to make people independent from banks, and with that, make loans widely accessible. And that's what we have done. So we created a marketplace, auxmoney.com. On that marketplace, we bring together borrowers and lenders. And on the lender side, it's private investors and it's institutional investors. So this is our mission. This is what drives us. With that, we have become, over the years, the leading credit marketplace in continental Europe, in the Eurozone. We are 120 people. We are based in Düsseldorf. And at the core of our company, at the core of our business, is our ability to score people, so to use data. And with that, we have really built the leading credit scoring system in Germany. And we do that by combining hundreds and thousands of data points on different people in an intelligent way, so that we can actually assess people that are wrongfully rejected by banks and provide credit to those. We have built a strong brand here in Germany. According to GfK, we are the best-known fintech brand in Germany. But it's not only that auxmoney itself is widely known as a brand amongst consumers, but also with very positive attributes, so continuously high net promoter scores. And I mentioned that we bring borrowers and lenders together. On the lender side, we have so far over 50,000 investors, institutional and private investors. So what is the market that we serve? As I'm sure most of you are aware, Germany is actually a very competitive banking market when it comes to paying out loans. So the market that is served currently amounts to 60 billion euros every year. But actually, that's not the market that we are after. Our mission is to extend that market and extend it to those people that are wrongfully rejected by the banks, to really extend the market. And that market, PwC has quantified to be 14 billion euros every year. So we're going after a 14 billion euro market that we serve, and basically only we are able to serve, in addition to the 60 billion that is already out there. And looking at this statement from Deutsche Bundesbank, the basically highest German banking authority, is a nice validation on our path here. Deutsche Bundesbank has said that we find that auxmoney is lending relatively more when banks are lending less. We could conclude that auxmoney is serving borrowers considered not bankable by banks, a segment of borrowers that banks are unwilling or unable to serve. So this is a great validation. What Deutsche Bundesbank also said is that auxmoney is really making a contribution to credit supply in Germany. And if you think about what our mission is, this is a nice validation of that as well. So we brought a new approach to lending to the market. I'd like to share some of the typical customers that we serve. So typical customers, Marco mentioned in the introductory words, are self-employed people, freelancers, people in probation periods, for example, and you can see a few examples here. So the potential is huge, and with that, I would like to come to the announcement that Marco referred to. So we have a huge market to go after, but that requires a lot of funding. And we have been around for 10 years. We're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year. And over that time, we have been able to build a track record of constant positive loan performance. So really, we were able to demonstrate to our investors, and when I mean investors, I don't mean the equity investors, I mean the investors that are investing on the platform, that are investing into the borrowers, that we are very good at predicting loan performance. And with that, we have been able to secure the 1.5 billion of funding that we are now able to make available to people that deserve that credit. And not only are we driving financial inclusion with that, but clearly the customer benefits in multiple ways that we can increase the loan amounts, so people that have higher demands, we're able to serve those. People that want to stretch it over longer maturities, and we are also able to create product that our customers require. But also, and that's important, we're able to unlock new channels to reach customers. And the number one channel that has now opened up is that we can work with banks, which, as I mentioned before, that are not able to serve those people that we can serve. So we are now teaming up with banks and serving or making our lending know-how and our marketplace available for them to serve their customers better. And that is something that this funding has now made available for us. 2 words about our business model. How do we make money? We basically take a fee for every successful loans from both sides. So on the borrower side, when the loan comes together, when the loan is originated, there's an origination fee. And for the lenders, there's also a servicing fee that we take in order to service the loan for the lenders who have to do nothing when they make an investment. Formula of success, I mentioned before, we are able, and this is our right of existence, to look at people differently. So we collect a lot of data in order to make our model work. I'm short on time, so I'll just make this quick. I always find interesting when I speak to other entrepreneurs and I ask, how do you guys data in your particular business model? So I wanted to share quickly what's special about us. So it's not only about how we use data, it's also how our market participants, for example, our investors, use the additional data which make the auxmoney model better. And this is just an example of that. So the longer or the more data we have, the stronger our track record is, the smaller the risk premium is that investors demand of our business. And that means that we are able to pass that saving on to borrowers that get a cheaper loan. That means that we get more borrowers, more high-quality borrowers, and that leads to more data. And that is, what we call the circle of trust, which continues to make our model better. Thank you very much.